But right now I'm excited because one of the first bands that came out of New York City doing hardcore punk rock, who, we love it and adore so much. Back in 1978, this guy was at the front of the dirty, sweaty, beer-soaked stage, and he's still doing it today. We are happy to have Ron Rancid from the Nihilistics on the phone. Hey, my brother.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good, man. We've been planning this for quite a while, so thanks for including us on your calendar.
No problem.
Also, thanks for that cool, generous box. It was great to get a T-shirt and a bunch of your music and even a Nihilistics condom.
Yeah. I mean, be careful if you're going to use it, because what we do is, we take them, they're like promo items and everything, and we'll punch holes in them. We'll take about 1,000 of them, punch holes in them. So we're probably responsible for some rotten kids that are running around today.
I'm not surprised at all. But you guys, would you say that you guys are one of the most, obviously nihilistic bands on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, the core beliefs of the band from day one, based in nihilism, and every member, has their own views. But again, everything is based in nihilism, the horror of reality, the everyday shame, misery, and degradation of life. I mean, I can go on and go on and go on, but it's, it's portrayed in the music and the lyrical content.
Well, I have respect just because you guys are so extreme, and I've always really respected extremities, whether it's one way or the other. And most of my life doing punk rock, I was always a nihilist as well. I practiced it, and I was proud of saying I'm a nihilist. These days, I'm not really so much into that frame of mind, but I respect you because you've been... you stuck to your guns all these years, and you're just you, and you're real, and that's cool. We don't all have to be the same anyway. It's okay. We all change.
That was part of the beauty of it in the past, that there was so much diversity. But our music or our lyrics, everything was based, as far as a message is concerned, an actual message, but it was our personal message. And a lot of people still to this day might not get it. They might think that we're not serious, but we're very, very serious, and always have been serious, and always will be serious. And everything is a true rendition of everyday life. Every song is based in some form of true reality, especially the lyrical content, whether it's a song like My Dog Licks Me to Keep My Body Clean, or Kill Yourself, or Welfare for the Rich, or Death and Taxes. It's all based in reality. Love and Kisses is based in reality. Some guy having sex with his mother for months and months after she was dead. So everything is truly, truly based in reality. It's not made up. It's not contrived. The band is not made up. It's not contrived. So everything is based in reality.
Do you have the same exact members that you've always had, or has it been a revolving door?
No, it hasn't been a revolving door. Myself and Troy are the original members. Just to give you a little bit of a background history, Ajax Lipinski, wonderful guitar player, probably, in my opinion, much better than Johnny Thunders or anybody else out there. I played with him in a band prior to the Nihilistics. One was called the Mummified Infants. The other was the Slime Buckets. Ajax went to Rhodesia. I won't discuss what he did there. And on his return, he joined in 1986. Mike, the original bass player, passed away, and we have had some bass players for a number of years. So one is in prison right now, but Doug Graves plays bass. He's been in a number of bands, and he's been with us for many years. So the lineup is in cement right now. It's in cement. We all have the same mindset. We all are dedicated to doing what we do, and this is the lineup, and this is how it will be. And we're working on some new releases right now. We're talking to one somewhat large independent record label, and it's not so much about the money or anything like that. They're interested in also back catalog merchandising, so we're negotiating with them. But if there's any labels out there listening that want to counter their offer, or work with us will entertain anything right now at this point.
And, you know, some people dispute the actual year that you guys were up and coming. Was it 78 or 79 or what?
No, it was actually 79. I think I heard you mention before 78, but it's actually, we started playing in 79.
Okay.
What people look at are releases of records. Now, our first single was recorded in 81, and it took us time to get it out. It was a complete, you know, DIY effort.
Yeah.
Save money, get money together, regardless of how we did that, and put it out, go through the whole entire process. The first album took a year after the recording to be released. The band, when we first started playing, from day one, we were selling or giving out just little cassette tapes of us, you know, in rehearsal studios. So, you know, I would love to get my hands on some of those things. Some of them I do have, but, you know, they're really interesting. And it shows that, you know, yeah, we were. I'm hearing from people way ahead of our time, didn't get our due, whatever. Not that it matters. Recognition really doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. Nothing really matters. What matters to us is to get the message out there.
Can I ask your opinion and just get like a 1 or 2 word answer for just a few bands to see what your opinion on these bands are?
Yeah, but the opinion that I'll give, do you want it rendered on the band members personally, or do you want it rendered on their music? This is one thing that I always say. You know, yeah, you can like a band, you don't like the members.
Gotcha. I just meant
or
like
you
basically.
can like the members, you don't like the band. So, you know, I mean, that goes hand in hand.
Well, okay.
But yeah, you know, ask away, ask anything.
How about the Dead Boys? Are you a fan?
Dead Boys I always like.
How about the Sex Pistols?
I always like. Some of the Dead Boys were actually present during the first recording, first single, the recording.
Interesting. How about the Sex Pistols?
Sex Pistols, yeah, love them. I mean, that kind of Anarchy in the UK, the first time I heard that in 76, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to CBGB's and I would see all the bands and, you know, hang out with whatever, be a young kid there. And Hilly Crystal's wife used to walk around with a pad, you know, making sure that everybody got their 2-drink minimum. So here it is, I'm 15, 16 or whatever. You know, it was a great place to be. You know,
Nice.
Did you have your 2-drink minimum? Yet screaming in my face, and I went to the bar, got another drink. It was good. Yeah, Ramones I like. Some of the other bands I like.
How about
okay, but the anger was not there. The anger was not there. I saw the anger, what I was looking for.
What about Plasmatics?
Yeah, Plasmatics I enjoyed. They were okay. You know, again, when I say enjoyed, you know, there's a different way that Ron enjoys things maybe compared to other people.
Right, I get it, man. How about Wayne County?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
A couple more.
Forefront, yeah, different. Yeah.
How about the Dictator?
I like different things. I mean, I would rather go see some guy in a cardboard box banging on tin cans or whatever it is right on the sidewalk, opposed to some of the hardcore bands today, which are really just, you know, and I'm not knocking anyone. I'm just saying it's just heavy metal.
Yeah.
You know, in reality, it's just heavy metal.
Gotcha. What about the band Fang?
Fang?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I listen to Fang.
Nice. And the last one, what is your opinion on Gigi Allen?
I knew him not that well, and in my opinion, in my conversations with him when he was lucid, before getting strung out on drugs or whatever, I think in reality, he wanted to just be a performance artist. I mean, if you knew him as Gigi, it was a totally different person in reality. I knew him as Kevin.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I mean, Merle is great. Dino's great. They're all good guys. You know, some people might not like their music or whatever, but again, I'm saying they're good. They're decent people towards us. But then again, I rarely run into anyone that ever screws around with us or gives us a hard time.
How about this? So, speaking of that, since you guys were so extreme your whole career, have you run into many like violent encounters on stage?
Yeah, many times, especially in the early days. I mean, one notable one was at, I believe, Peppermint Lounge was Peppermint Lounge, and Wendy from Guillotine Fanzine, which is, they're releasing a big anniversary edition shortly. She documented it well, where somebody threw an unopened can of beer during the song Welfare for the Rich. It hit me in the side of the head.
Ouch.
And I mean, I didn't care who actually threw it. I mean, I just unhooked the mic and jumped off the stage, and I took out a bunch of people with the mic stand. And I mean, ultimately, the bouncers carried me out. People were hitting me, kicking me, whatever. And they, instead of closing the club, they made some deal with the police just to put a big overcoat on me and sneak me out the door, so they wouldn't close the club down. But yeah, there was a lot of it because people didn't understand what we were saying, the sound, or anything like that.
Yeah.
And where we're from, Long Island. We're not from Manhattan. We're from Long Island. So here it is. Some band comes from Long Island, the Sticks, virtually, in people's opinions, and we just tore the place up and raised hell.
Do you own, you were telling me before, and I don't know if you want to talk about this stuff, and if you don't, no biggie, but aren't you a business owner? Do you own a couple of businesses?
Yeah, I do.
That's cool. Can I ask?
A couple of businesses.
Can I ask what?
But I won't discuss what they are.
Okay, that's private stuff for you. Okay, cool. What are your thoughts on political?
I didn't finish college. I come from maybe a lower middle class background, and I think I learned business through doing everything DIY.
Yeah.
And the whole punk ethic, and again, there was punk, then there was hardcore punk, then there was what they call now hardcore, which in my opinion, and again, not slagging off anybody or anything like that. I'd like to see this go on forever and ever, but the reality of it is it's heavy metal.
What's the biggest crowd you've ever played for in your career?
Biggest size crowd?
Yeah, as far as people, numbers.
Whatever Peppermint Lounge or Irving Plaza would hold.
Yeah, I never got to go to those clubs.
I don't know, 2,000-3,000 people.
Nice. That's a good crowd for a punk rock band. And didn't you play, I heard something about you might have been the band that played last at CBGB's before they closed, and maybe Max's Kansas City?
Well, we did play the last 3 nights that Max's Kansas City was open. And, Peter Crowley that ran Max's was a great guy. He always paid the bands, regardless of what the bands drew. I mean, he was a legit kind of guy, not your sketchy club owner like so many others.
Yeah.
But, we played the last 3 nights that Max's was open. And we played maybe 2 weeks before CBGB's closed. It was us, Dead Boys, Anthony Willie.
Wow.
A couple other bands, maybe Flipper, I forgot.
What a lineup.
Yeah, we played a lot of good shows with a lot of good bands.
Yeah, I was flipping through all the records and CDs and stuff that you sent me, and that was just a handful. How many LPs and singles do you think you have since '79?
Probably anywhere from 5 to 6 full-length LPs, and I'm saying LPs because I'm an old wanker or whatever. I call them LPs. They're albums.
Yeah.
And singles. I don't know, maybe 8, 9, 10 singles, and then there's a ton of bootlegs, and then so many bands have copied, covered our songs as well.
What's next for you guys? You said you had some new stuff in the works. What's happening?
Yeah, we have some new stuff in the works. We're recording it, in the process of recording it right now. It's just been a little sidelined by, and I'll say it, the Wuhan Chinese virus. I don't pull any punches. Yeah. But, it's been sidelined a little bit by that because of the recording studio.
Yeah, things are strange, man, but I guess we have to do what we have to do. I'm just shocked you guys are still recording. I have to bow down to you, man. That's a long time. You're still doing it.
Never bow down to anybody.
Well, okay.
But the whole thing is
halfway down.
we put everything together years ago, and we're continuing on.
Yeah.
Until death steps in, and there's material to be released after that.
So, if one of your guys dies, would you keep the band going?
If somebody died?
Yeah, if one of your band members was to pass away tomorrow, would you?
I would actually most likely use them as a stage prop during a live performance.
But you couldn't. Now, if you died, the band would be done, right?
I would hope that they would keep going on and use me as a stage prop.
Right? That's funny. Well, man, I appreciate you so much making the time to, you're up in New York City, 3 hours away from me, 3 hours difference in time, and I've been looking forward to talking to you for a long time. I've been blasting the Nihilistics a lot, and I was trying to find a song to play tonight off the album that I chose, and it was a real challenge, man. The Bad Dirty Hate album, and listening to it last night, I'm like, I'm going to play a song called Punisher.
Yeah, and again, the songs themselves, our catalog of, if you want to even call it music, from 79 to present. So you see different styles. I'm not going to say influences, because nobody influenced us. We didn't even know how to play an instrument when we started. I mean, I became the singer because I couldn't afford an instrument. The bass player had $30 to buy a bass. The guitar player knew a few chords. And we ended up finding Troy. But, guys like Doug and Troy and Ajax, incredible amount of talent. So a lot of things that we can do now.
Well, I'm glad you guys are still around. Much respect, Ron. Thanks for being a part of the Church of Rock. And we're going to roll into a tune from Bad Dirty Hate from the Nihilistics. If you're just tuning in, we're speaking with Ron Rancid. We're going to do a tune called Punisher. And I just want to say, keep it going, man. You're an inspiration to so many other young people.
Always.
That, keep music going. And thanks a lot for all you've done, my brother.
I hope the inspiration ruins their lives.
Well, keep it real, Ron.
All right.
Thanks so much.
No problem.
Yeah, have a great night, man.
You too.
Take care.